This is a look. Hey, hi, hello, what is up? And I'm Allie. Welcome back to my channel. I need to do something with this. I don't know. One, I need a trim. I have some plans for these money pieces, and this is just feeling a little lifeless. This was originally like a really dark brown, almost black, and now it's kind of like faded, and it's a few different colors happening, and my roots have really grown out, so the money pieces are a little bit longer than needed, and I just need a change, and I'm missing some color. I mean, this part black. Before I was too chicken to go black, and now I think it's just time to do it. Currently listening to, I literally just started. This is Better Than the Movies, which seems like it's gonna be really cute, and I'm going to be on a podcast talking about it. So Rachel has so generously invited me to talk on the Hallmarkies podcast, so I'm hoping to get that done because that's actually less than a week away. I also need to do my nails. It's gonna be a little bit of a mini little makeover. Where some of the previous brown was. Also, I think I did that. That's a mistake. So, it actually looks way worse on camera than it does in real life. So, this, the thing is, when you wash out a really dark dye, a lot of times it will tone any blonde that you have going on. So, I'm going to go back over. Loving the audio book that the Better Than the Movies. It is so cute. I mean, you know exactly where it's gonna go immediately, but I'm still really enjoying it. It's just so cute. It's like not quite fake dating. They're neighbors and they've known each other their whole lives, and they've had like this feud going on for a few years, and she ends up getting interested in this other guy and basically asks her neighbor to help her get this other guy. It's so cute. It's so cute. Good morning. It's actually the next day. My hair, I feel like, is definitely bright enough. Also, sun, excuse you. I feel like it's definitely bright enough here to do what I want, and any orange spots are actually going to be purple. I'm going to do rainbow hair. So we're going to do rainbow here, and then we're also going to do rainbow here, but I think down here it's going to be more, this is going to be a gradient, whereas this is going to be like purple, like strand by strand maybe, but I think for now it works. So I'm going to get a little palette together because I'm not going to need a ton of dye to do what I need to do, so I'm going to probably just use like a paper plate or something to make a little palette of colors and go from there. part is done. I didn't record me doing the bottom section just because I literally loosely sectioned them off and did red, like a red, pink, an orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, and the purple. Now these probably aren't going to look as blended as nicely as I want, but I have extensions that are coming tomorrow that I'm going to dye because I don't have very thick hair and this just is pretty thin down here. So I'm hoping that if I add just an extension on the bottom layer that it is more of a gradient rainbow where I have a little bit more control because I can lay it flat and blend it and whatnot, I think that will look nicer. And one extension is a lot less effort than a full head of them. So I think it is something that I could also commit to wearing actually, instead of being like, I'm gonna spend all this time and then not do anything. Yeah, I'm gonna let this sit for probably about an hour because then we have places to go. It's Easter. So that is where we're at. I didn't even do a midway update because it was so darn good that I couldn't stop reading. And basically I was listening to it and the audiobook is really cute as well. I was really enjoying it. It's been a really long time since I have liked a YA contemporary, so I wasn't too sure if I was going to end up liking it. They're not supposed to relate to me at this point in my life. But I actually thought this one was really relatable because there was so many instances that reminded me so much of myself in high school, and I really enjoyed it. I flew through it. I couldn't stop reading it. I thought it was so freaking adorable, and I ended up staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning to finish reading it. Main character kind of dresses a little quirky, so there was enough details about that it was really enjoyable to see, but I didn't think it was really bogged down, and I thought it was pretty realistic. It also deals a lot with grief, which I cried. I cried for like the last hour, I'm not even gonna lie, of reading it because for one, I just like, there were so many feelings that I felt as a teenager. I was a bit of a movie buff in high school, and which is weird because now I watch like one movie a year. So I loved movies, but I've always especially loved rom-coms. So I loved all the references and whatnot that are mixed in. But it just reminded me so much of myself then, because I had like these ideal dates and ideal things of romance that I thought were going to happen, and this is kind of about that. I mean, she wants her life to be a rom-com because she thinks that's what her mom, so her mom had passed and she's dealing with a lot of that. There's a lot with loss of a parent and grief around that and the everlasting grief that comes with that, and especially how hard it is in high school without a mom, but also like accepting a step-parent into the role kind of deal. And yeah, so there was some moments of like frustration because she feels like no one else really understands. Like, she has this ideal version. It's kind of about breaking down what that idea means, and that isn't necessarily like a good thing to have. I will say it starts off immediately like they are supposed to be like enemies to lovers, and I wouldn't really describe it as that. I don't even think they dislike each other. Like, they were friends at some point in their life, and it's kind of like they are just getting to know each other this later on. Like, she kind of has this preconceived idea of him, and he just kind of proves her wrong. In a turn of events, I'm actually surprised because my extensions did come. They said human hair, and I was like, I don't think so, considering I paid like $30 for these. I'm like, there's no way. But they're pretty thin. Like, this is 2 together. Originally I was going to listen to the Love Hypothesis, but I remembered that on Libro FM I actually have the Dating Dare, and I'm like, what if I just make this a little vlog of like lesser known YA romance? I think this is a YA romance, I'm not too sure. Maybe not. Lesser known cutesy romances or something. extensions probably sit for most of the day, probably till for like the next 5 hours. And in the meantime, our kitchen faucet is broken, and I'm gonna need that to clean off the extensions. So I got a new one, and now I'm going to install it. Someone has come to supervise. Excuse me, I need in there. New faucet is on, and book mail came. I'm just so surprised at everything that came in the mail today. Look at this. It says Falls Buzziest Fantasy Debut. Look at this packaging. Okay. Sourcefire has been sending me all kinds of shit lately. They sent me like 3 thrillers in a box as well. Monsters Born in May. Dear reader, I've been dreaming of being a writer since... Okay, so it's got this little wrap on it, and it looks like a letter from the author, which... I'm not going to read all that right now. And then it's like in this cute little box. It says admit one. There's a little ticket sticking out. Ooh, this feels really nice. It's one of those like soft matte ones. Okay, so this comes out in September. This little ticket. Oh my gosh, that is so stinking cute. I love that. Oh, wait, what's on the back? Oh, it's a bookmark. That's genius. When you take it out, Monsters Born and Made. This is a big arc. I'll talk about this more in my next haul, but I wanted to show you the book mail that had come today, and I am really excited. It is a South Asian inspired fantasy. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. Hey friends, it is actually Friday now. It's been a few days. I've just been really busy this week with work. Took Phoenix to the vet this week and had a really great vet sesh. It's really great to find a vet that like listen to you. So today I picked up Phoenix's anxiety meds. Who would have thought that my cat would have had anxiety meds before me? Shocking. The Hallmarkies, the podcast, was filming today, and I actually got held up in a meeting at work, so I missed recording with them, but I'm going to have the episode linked down below so that you guys can check it out. They were talking about the book that I was raving about, which is Better Than the Movies, and actually Rachel has done an interview with the author as well, which I thought was really neat. So I'll have both of those linked down below. I'm really upset that I didn't get to film the podcast episode with them because I was really looking forward to it, and the book was so darn good. But it's fine. I did retail therapy to feel better about it in the long run. So I also picked up 2 plants. One, I got this plant pot today. I love a round plant pot, and I love when they're like a cement. But then I also picked up, now this is a snake plant, but I originally thought this was called like a moon shadow. This one is... It is something. It is a type of snake plant. Oh my god, it's evading me. But I was really excited to see it. There's a lot in it. Plus this one I picked up because it has 2 little sprouting buds happening. It's just like a pothos, right? But I don't think I've seen one with this type of variegation on it. I think this is like some sort of global green variegation or something. So when I saw that, I was like, I have not seen variegation like that before. So I knew that I had to have it. Plus I love pothos. I know that they are everywhere, but they're just so good. They're such good plants. Beside my other one, so we have quite the striking variegations happening there. I'm almost done the dating plan or the dating dare, whatever the heck it is. I've honestly considered DNFing it. It's not necessarily that it's bad. There's no build up to the chemistry. Like, these characters immediately are drawn to each other. They're like supposedly sneaking around, but you don't feel like that tension from it. It just feels weird at times, and it's like there's a lot of build up to like the sexy scenes, and then we fade to black with no actual details. And it's the biggest cock block book I've ever read, because it's supposed to be new adult, and you're not really getting a good plot, and you're not getting the smut. So nothing is balancing each other out here. So I'm just not interested, to be honest. So, but I made it this far. I only have an hour left in the audiobook, so I'm like, I might as well finish it, I guess. I already know what's gonna happen, but I might as well finish it. So I'm gonna end up, I think, giving it probably like a 2.5. And that's probably it. And that will probably be the last book that I read for this vlog, because tonight I'm gonna clean because my house is a mess. And then tomorrow I am spending all day with like 500 children. And then when I get home, I'm gonna spend all night with a lot of wine. I can just foresee it in my future.
I did have the glass of wine after hanging out with children. I also then got sick, so I didn't have anything else to vlog. But I forgot to even show you all the finished product of what my hair ended up looking like. So here's me now, so you can see. That is it for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to see future videos from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.